Hello everyone, Whitebox here with another game of Spirit Island. This is going to be a special Christmas episode. It's a couple days after Christmas, but it still counts, I think. And I'm going to be playing Keeper of the Forbidden Wilds and Starlight Seeks Its Form. Kind of an angry Christmas tree with more peaceful Starlight to try to corral its aggression. And they're going to be going up against the Tsardom of Russia level 6. And this will be the first time that I'm playing against level 6 Russia. I think both Keeper and Starlight are both pretty decent against Russia, so that should go well for me. But again, it's a new adversary, new level of adversary, so it is still going to be a challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and read through the level 6 effects, all the effects for Russia, just so you know what I'm dealing with here if you haven't played against level 6 Russia before. So first of all, we've got their additional loss condition, which is Hunters Swarm the Island. Put destroyed beasts by adversary rules on this panel. If there are ever more beasts on this panel than there are on the island, then the invaders win. They're basically hunting the beasts. Then we've got the escalation is Stalk the Predators. On each board, add 2 beasts, or 2 explorers total among lands with beasts. And then if you can't, instead add 2 explorers among lands with beasts on a different board. Then we've got Hunters Seek, Shell, and Hide. During setup on each board, add 1 beast and 1 explorer to the highest numbered land without towns or cities. And during play, their explorers do +1 damage. That's kind of the big thing for Russia. When Ravage adds Blight in a land, including Cascades, destroy 1 beast in that land. So that's how they're going to collect their prey. Sense for Impending Disaster is level 2. The first time each action would destroy 1 explorer. If possible, one of those explorers is instead pushed. Generate 1 fear for doing so. Competition among hunters, level 3. Ravage cards also match lands with 3 or more explorers. So if you stack all the explorers up in one land to try to avoid them from doing damage, they're going to ravage there anyway. So that is another scary thing about Russia. Then we've got Accelerated Exploitation. When making the Invader deck, put 1 Stage 3 card after each Stage 2 card, which I've done. Entrench in the Face of Fear. So I've beaten Russia 5 a couple times, I think. It's still challenging, though. And Entrenched in the Face of Fear is put 1 unused Stage 2 Invader card under the top 3 Fear cards and an unused Stage 3 Invader card under the top 7 Fear cards. So basically Fear Bombs. When you get enough Fear, they're going to add those cards into the build space immediately and start building. So pretty scary. You don't want to. You want to try to avoid getting too much fear early on to get those fear bombs at times when you don't want them. And then level 6, which will be my first time doing it, is Pressure for Fast Profit. After the Ravage step on turn 2 or more, in each board where it added no blight, in a land with the most explorers, add 1 explorer and 1 town. So they're going to add extra stuff if I don't let them blight on each board. Now, fortunately, each of these spirits has blight removal, so I can let them blight and then go back and remove it later. Keeper, it's going to be fine if I let them blight in jungles or wetlands, because I'm going to be able to remove that pretty easily. And with Starlight, once I get 3 water consistently, I can use Fire Burns, Water Soothes to go ahead and remove 1 blight from those lands. So that's going to be pretty important. I usually like doing a major Starlight build, but I think in this game, since Russia has more small problems that pop up, I might try to do a more minor focused Starlight build and see how that goes. Alright, so that's Russia. Throw them up here so you can still see everything for them. And I've got the board set up. Let me do my initial explore, and then I'm good to get started. Initial Explorer's Jungle. So that's actually okay. We don't explore that. It does mean that they're going to build a city in land 7, which is dangerous, but I could just let the Ravage go through and clean it up later. It's not that big a deal. So that's going to be my setup here for this game. So land 4 on board C, I do want to stop that Ravage. I don't want them to collect beasts. The other ones, maybe I'll stop them. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's go to it. Keeper, pretty standard openings. You always want to start with gaining a power card, or you can gain the 1 energy with Reclaim. Either one of those, I like getting the power card. And my choices here are Nature's Resilience, extra defend, another way to remove blight, and that's pretty good. Call to Tend, more blight removal. Pushing Dahan, it's fine, probably not as good as Nature's Resilience. Call to Isolation is pushing per Dahan, and yeah, that's okay. And Shadows of the Burning Forest, again, Fear, pushing. It's got Earth, or it got Plant, yeah, so I think that the choice here is Nature's Resilience. Defense 6 is pretty good, and then with 2 Water, which I should be able to get okay, I can remove a Blight. It's a good card. So let's go with that. The others don't really help me right away, so I'll stick with that. Then I'll go ahead and add a Presence. I'm probably only going to do 1 card play this turn, so I'll just go from top. Yeah, I didn't get a 0 cost card, so I'm going to go from top, add that into E7, and probably just play Boon of Growing Power. I get 2 energy, I get 1 energy from that as well, so I'm going to end up with 2, which is exactly what I need. That's right in front of my face. Oh, I'll put them up there. I think that's a good spot for those powers. So those will kind of collect over there. So Boon of Growing Power, that could go on either of these spirits. I think it's good. Now I move over to Starlight. Starlight has a lot of options in the beginning. That's what makes it an intimidating spirit. It's why it's very high complexity. It's really not as difficult as that, but it still can be a little challenging. So first things first, I think I'm fine keeping my presence there for now. I don't think I need to move a presence. So, and I've got Peace of the Nighttime Sky, which I can play next turn. I've also got Sidereal Guidance. So yeah, so let's go with adding a presence. Now, where do I want to go from? Getting to this 3rd card play is probably going to be really important this game, so I might just go straight bottom track. I don't usually like to do that, though. I want to have a way to gain power cards. So I've got a couple options here for gaining power cards on my board. Although, I can't just use Boon of Reimagining to get power cards right away and worry about unlocking one of the other card game slots later. So yeah, let's do that. So I'll do Boon of Reimagining, probably shape this off anew. I can start getting some powers. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to go from bottom. Get in there. Unlock an element right away. Now, I don't know for sure what elements that I'm going to need, but I want water. I want to be able to remove blight, because that's going to be important against Russia. I can actually just kind of stack up invaders and let them ravage, and then just remove the blight in the slow phase. So that's going to be really good. So, well, a lot of these powers are good. I'm going to go water right away. Maybe a mistake to lock me into that, but I do think the blight removal is very good against Russia, and I should be able to get water miners. Then I've got 2 more growth options. Let's gain an energy. And I guess I can go ahead and move a presence. I don't need the Sacred Site there this turn, so yeah, that's fine. Let's go over here. So I'll be able to affect both boards. Alright, I have 2 card plays, only 1 energy. I definitely want to shape this off anew so I can get a minor power. And I think I also want to probably just gather the Scattered Light of Stars so I can get Shape This Off Anew back. I don't think I need to play Boon of Reimagining just yet. so let's just stick with that. Save up a little bit of energy as well. I'll get both these cards back, get some miners, and I think that'll be good. Okay, so I'm good for fast powers. I have no fast powers on Starlight. Over on Keeper, I guess actually instead of this water, I could get a moon. I'd have 3 moon right away, potentially being able to gather 3. It's not bad, but I don't know that I want to gather 3 explorers that early. It's a little risky against Russia, so I'll leave that be. Okay, so I'll stick with it. I have no fast powers, so I'm going straight into the invader phase. Flip an event for timing, then go into the build. Get a couple of those. And explore in mountains. And that should be okay. It's actually good, because with Keeper I can push that guy out. Okay, cool. So that's fine. Now I go to slow powers. So first up I'm going to do Spreading Wilds. So I can push one explorer from target land, because I have 2 sun. So let's push this guy out. I'll push him over into... Let's see, I'm just going to let land 7 blight. There's no way I can really stop that. I guess I could with Nature's Resilience, but I don't know that I really want to. I'll lose a presence, but, you know, that's okay. I think I'm alright with that so far. So I'll just push him into land 7. I'll deal with him later. And then, since there are no presents or no explorers there, I can add a wilds. Alright, and then with Starlight, first things first, I'm going to shape this off anew. Gain a minor power. Alright, so I've got Fire in the Sky. That seems decent. Strife and Fear. Strife and Fear, okay. Gift of Power, that's great. It's got moon, water, plant. Yeah, that's lots of elements. I do like that. Giving more miners to Keeper, also pretty good, because Keeper's going to have an insane number of card plays. Hazard Spread, getting more beasts on the island is not bad. Or like calls to like, gathering, stuff like that. I think I like Gift of Power. So let's do that. Then gather the Scattered Flight of Stars, so at the end of the turn, after discarding, I can reclaim up to 2 cards in my hand. But I also have Sidereal Guidance, so I can gather up to 1 Explorer or Dahan. So let's gather this Explorer into this land. And that way, stop 2 of the mountains from doing anything next turn, which will be good. The others I can just let go. Okay, so I'll reclaim these to hand. This one gets discarded. And then I go back to growth. So growth patterns on Keeper, pretty structured for the first turn or 2. I want to do a double growth. That's obvious. So I'm going to go ahead and do growth 3, gain an energy, add a presence from top into E5. Then I go to growth 4, pay that 3 energy, add a presence from bottom into E5. I also gain a power card for that. I'm going to stick with gaining miners, at least for the time being. So got some good ones here. So I've got Carapace Land, which is not bad. It's potentially defense 6. I've got a bunch of cards with Earth, actually, so making that a defense 6 is pretty easy. Getting the extra range. So actually... Let's see, how much damage are they doing here? 7. Could potentially do that with Carapace Land, which is 0 cost, so I like that. Confounding Mist, defend 4, not as useful. The push is not bad. Veil of a Night's Hunt is damage. Yeah, it's okay. And Desiccating Winds doesn't have great elements. That's Badlands. Badlands is nice for Keeper. But I think I'm going to go Carapace Land. Stick with defense. And eventually let the Dahan do my work for me. So I get 4 energy. Alright. Dump that all out. And I have 2 card plays. I think... I don't really... Oh, I should have pushed this guy out. Let's push him into... land 3? Maybe I'll defend land 3 and... I don't want to defend land 3 and 7 though. I think I have to let one of them go. So let's push this guy over to land 3. That was from Forbidden Ground. Anytime I create a Sacred Site, I push Dahan out of that land. I want to defend those Dahan in land 3, so I'm going to do Nature's Resilience for that. And I need a card with Sun so I can get Spreading Wilds up. I would also like to save energy. Unfortunately, I won't be able to. Maybe instead of taking Carapace Land, I take one of the others. I didn't have a card with Sun, so that's a problem. But that's okay, because I can put a presence back into land 7. Maybe I go with Regrow from Roots. And then I should still have the energy for a double growth next turn, which will get me a 3 card place, and that's really important. So yeah. So I don't want to defend land 7. I want that to Ravage so I can avoid the level 6 effects from Russia. I'm going to be removing the Blight anyway, so it's okay. So let's go with Regrow from Roots. And I should still be able to add Wilds. I just won't be able to push out Explorers, but I think that's alright. I can wait a turn on that. Okay, so that's that. Next I want to go over to Starlight Seeks Its Form, adding a presence. I think I still want to go from bottom. Let's go in there. I want to stop them from killing that beast. So I do need to play Peace of Nighttime Sky. Let's go for... And I can do that with Gift of Power, maybe. And that would give me the water to remove Blight. So I think that's pretty good. Well, let's do that. Might be a little bit of stalling, but that's okay. I think I'm okay with that so far. Let's go gain 1 energy. And, well, I've got all my stuff, so... did I forget an energy last turn? I think I forgot my energy from Presence, because both cards I played for free. So yeah, I should have an extra energy. I'll just move a Presence, because I don't have any other options unlocked. But I want that Sacred Site. Let's just move this guy in there. Okay. So I want Peace of Nighttime Sky and Gift of Power. Alright. And yeah, I'm playing Starlight very differently than I usually do, so we'll see how it goes. But I think I'm ready for fast powers. So let's go with Peace of the Nighttime Sky. I'm going to stop the Ravage here, so if they don't claim that beast. I'm going to do Nature's Resilience and defend 6 over in land 3. And I think that's it. Yep, so others are slow. So then we go to an event. We've got Eager Explorers. After the first successful build action, add 1 Explorer to an adjacent land without invaders. I don't love that. Beasts chase off homesteaders. On each board, push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. Sure. Let's see. Well, that's defended 6, so I can push the town in there. The Han will fight back and kill it, so that's pretty good. And then this one, I don't know if I want to. I guess Strangle's not going to come up just yet, so sure, I'll stack that up in there. I think that's probably safe enough. Okay. And then at their gates demanding redress, 2 fear per land with Dahan and cities, which is none. I'll keep this out so I remember the build thing. Ravage and Jungle. So this Dahan dies. This one skipped. This one is defended 6. They're doing 6 damage. Dahan will fight back. Kill both towns for 2 fear. Push this guy out. And I guess I'll just push him into... Let's see, I guess I'll just push him into land 4. Can deal with that later. Yeah. Yeah. And then this one will ravage as well. Which is fine. Alright, so 1 land on each board ravage, which means I don't get the level 6 Russia effect, which is good. Next, I will go to a build. So they're going to build in mountains. Both of those mountains I can let ravage next turn, won't matter. And then explore into mountains. Alright. It is unfortunate I don't have two sun on Keeper, because I won't be able to push one of those explorers out. But I'll figure out a different way around that. Also, I've Eager Explorer, so on each board after the first successful build action, add 1 explorer to an adjacent land without invaders. So I could have done that here from this build, and here from that build. And then I should have an extra fear as well from the explorer that I pushed out from the Dahan. Yeah, so I think I'm all good now with catching up on the invader phase. Now I get a slow powers. I'm going to use Fire Burns, Water Soothes. Let's see, I think I'll do it probably in this land here. I've also got Gift of Power and Sidereal Guidance. So Sidereal Guidance, let's go ahead and gather up to 1 explorer into land 3. Gonna start getting escalation soon though, which is dangerous, but I think I'm okay with that so far. Okay, then I've got Gift of Power, and Regrow from Roots. So Regrow from Roots, let's go ahead and regrow, or get rid of this blight. Spreading Wilds. Let's spread to I think 6. Okay, then Gift of Power. So who needs that miner more, Keeper or Starlight? Probably Starlight. So let's go ahead and gain a miner on Starlight. Keeper's going to get another power next turn anyway from Growth 4. Did I do Boon of Growing Power last turn? No, I didn't. Oh, I'm forgetting a lot of stuff. So Boon of Growing Power, target spirit gains a power card, and if you target another spirit, they gain 1 energy. I would have used that over on Starlight. I don't know how I forgot it. So let's do that now. A little bit out of order, but that's okay. It's late and trying to figure things out. So I would have had Renewing Boon. Choose a land where you and Spirit both have presence. In that land, remove a blight and add Destroyed Presence. That could be good. Sap the Strength of Multitudes is Defend. It's got water, which I like. So that's not bad. It's also free. Twilight Fog brings Madness. Has a lot of elements, including water, air, moon. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Adds Strife. I think I like Twilight Fog brings Madness just because it's got a lot of elements, and I'm going to be going a minor build, so the more elements that I get, the better. So I would have had that for this turn, but I just forgot to get it for some reason. So yeah, I'm taking it now. So since I got that, I guess I'll give the minor over to Keeper instead. It does change which minors would have been available to these spirits in these draws, but I didn't know that at the time, so it's not really changing what I would have done. Let's see, I've got Call to Ferocity. Gift of Nature's Connection. Elements is great. Absorb Corruption. It's not bad. Actually, it's very good. And Drought. Drought's not going to be good this game, and neither is Call to Ferocity, I don't think. So I'm between Gift of Nature's Correction and Absorb Corruption, both of which are excellent. So Gathering Blight and Removing Blight, it's got great elements for Keeper, but Gift of Nature's Connection is going to give more elements over to Starlight, so it's going to hit more of its thresholds, and I get an element anyway from that. It's also free, so I think I like Gift of Nature's Connection this game, and I'll see what happens with that. So I think I'm finally caught up on everything bookkeeping from this turn and last turn, so discard cards. And then back to growth. So Keeper's going to do the same thing that it did last time. Growth 3, gain an energy. Add a presence. I'm going to go from bottom because I want to get to 3 card plays. It's going to go into... I guess I can go over to land 6. I don't need to build that Sacred Site in land 7 yet. Then I will go for Growth 4, pay 3 energy, and gain a power card. I'm going to gain another minor, probably the last one until I start getting majors on Keeper. Keeper's Reclaim's not bad, so it's not the worst thing in the world to do the Reclaim. And I've got Sky's Herald, the Season of Return. Awesome elements again. Spirit with presence on target board may add one of their destroyed presence, gather up to Dude-Han, and push 1 blight. It's cool. Guardian Serpents, add beasts, defend 4, and that's not bad. Promises of Protection, gather Dahan. Dahan have +2 health while on target land. It's not bad either. Domesticated Animals go Berserk, also a way to add beasts, but it's completely off element, so I don't think I'm going that one. So of these, I kind of like Guardian Serpents and Promises of Protection more. And Guardian Serpents is going to let me defend C5 next turn and add a beast there, so I like that. Let's do it. Alright. And then I'm going to add a presence with that to a land without blight. I can start going over the other side of the board now, because it's 3 range. Getting another Sacred Site is a good thing, but I don't know that I need to just yet. Because I'm not going to be playing Towering Wrath, it's too expensive. I've got other things that are more useful. And save up for a Towering Wrath next turn. So Sacrosanct Wilderness is going to be pretty good. Add more wilds. Yeah, I like that. I don't need a Sacred Site for any of these, really. I'm not going to worry about the mountains. They're just going to ravage, and I'm fine with that. So actually, I could probably get away with just playing a couple of cards. Maybe I could play Towering Wrath this turn. No, it wouldn't be good. So I'll still go to 2 card plays, and let's just start spreading out. Go over to land 4, and eventually be able to deal with those guys who are there. Yeah. Okay, cool. I like that. Okay, yeah. So that's good. I get 4 energy, because Keeper is silly. And I'm going to play Gift of Nature's Connection and Sacrosanct Wilderness. And I think I'll save these other cards that I have for next turn, where I can play 4 cards and get a lot of stuff out. So that's fine. So underplaying this turn with Keeper, but I think that's okay. Then what do I want to do with Starlight? So Twilight Fogs brings Madness, and some Strife is good. Shape the Self anew is probably a good time for that. Well, first I want to add presence. I'm going to get a Sacred Site somewhere. Well, let's put that here and unlock 3 card plays. And then I think next turn I'm going to have to start gaining power cards. But I do want to play Shape the Self anew and other stuff. Let's keep getting energy. And could reclaim 1. Not going to stop a Ravage, but I could do Gift of Power again. She's probably okay. Potentially could get to 5 card plays with Keeper then. Okay. Yeah, let's do Gift of Power. Reclaiming that. And I will play Gift of Power. Shape the Self anew. And do I want to do Boon of Reimagining? Maybe. Or Gather the Scattered Light of Stars? I think I like Gather the Scattered Light of Stars, and then I can get everything back at the end of this turn. Boon of Reimagining, though, might be better. Let's do that. I get 1 energy. I'll pay for that. I have not been spending a lot of energy so far, but that's okay. And, yeah, let's see what I can do. Okay, cool. I've got a bunch of things I can do this turn. Okay, Gift of Nature's Connection. That's going to go over to Starlight. Starlight, with that, is going to gain 2 plant. I'm just going to keep the elements over here so I can keep track of stuff. So 2 plant on Starlight. And then Keeper is going to gain... I think I need a fire so I can get some damage. Oh, I don't have two plant yet anyway. Okay. So probably just an air, so I get extra range on Spreading Wilds, just in case I need it. Okay, that's fine. Then the rest of my powers, I think, are slow. Well, I do have Sacrosanct Wilderness, so let's go ahead and use that in land 4 to add a Wilds. Could do it in land 3 as well and push those to Han over, but I don't think I need to. I think it's fine over there. Okay. So those are my fast powers. Everything else is slow, so let's do an event. Got Gradual Corruption. On each board, add 1 blight to a land with towns and cities. Spirits may prevent this on any of all boards by paying X energy per board to protect, where X is the number of cards in the invader discard. This may be 0. So right now the cost is just 2. So I will pay that on Starlight. Okay, then Fatalities Rise. On each land with disease, 1 damage to each invader and 1 damage to each to Han. Remove 1 disease where this destroys any towns and cities. So that will just happen here. This way will get pushed, which does a fear. I'll push him into not a lot of good places, so let's do it there. Okay, then Blessings of Bounty and Health. Each spirit may add 1 Dahan to one of its lands with Dahan. And that's it. Okay, yeah, I'm good. So Ravage in Mountains. Get 2 Ravages. Which is great, and avoids the Russia 6 effect. Build in Wetlands. And then Explore Wetlands with Escalation. I was afraid of that. So, with the Escalation, that's going to add 2 Explorers. Split among lands with beasts. Let's do 2 in here, because I think I'll be able to deal with that with Keeper. Over here, I can do those in there. And then I also explore in Wetlands, so there. And there. Okay. So, a little bit dangerous, but I think I'll be able to figure this out. Then I go to Slow Powers. I have a bunch. So let's go with Spreading Wilds first. I can push 1 target land without Blight, so I can't do that in land 4, unfortunately. But I can do it. Let's see. Well, actually, I would be able to. So first up, let's do Fire Burns, Water Soothes. I can remove a Blight. Let's remove this one. Then I can go ahead and use Keeper, Spreading Wilds. Push this guy somewhere else. Let's do there. Adds a Wilds into that land. Then that deals with lands E4. I don't have to worry about that, which is great. Then let's do Gift of Power. I'm going to use that over onto, what do I have to forget? Nature's Resilience, Boon of Growing Power, Regrowth from Roots. I kind of like all of those choices. So let's use Gift of Power over on Keeper. It's going to gain a minor. I've got Land of Haunts and Embers, adds Blight, pushes stuff, does a bunch of fear. It's okay. Scream Disease into the wind. Target spirit gets +1 range with all their powers, and it can add disease. Gift of Twin Days. Once per turn, target spirit may repeat the lowest cost power card they have in play by paying its cost again. You may do likewise. I like that one. And entrap the forces of corruption. Gather up to 1 blight. Isolate target land. And when blight is added to target land, it doesn't cascade. So I'm between these two. And, I think I like Gift of Twin Days. I'm going to go with that one. I can defend that 6, which is pretty good. Okay. So that's fine. Problem is I've kind of got to let a blight go. I guess I don't have to, but it's a little risky not to. But those beasts are kind of stuck in bad places on land 8 on each board. If I can get the beasts out, that would be good. I guess I can give up 1. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I wouldn't want to give up 2, though. So I'm probably going to be taking Russia's 6 effects next turn, just because I don't want to have too many bad things happening. Okay, let's go shape this up anew. So I'm going to gain a minor power over onto Starlight. Got Visions of Fiery Doom. Fear pushes stuff. That's good. Bird's Cry Warning. Lets fewer Dahan be destroyed, which is neat. Disorienting Landscapes. Excellent. Pushes Explorers and adds Wilds, which I like for Keeper. Encompassing Ward. Defend. I think I like Disorienting Landscape here. Now, who would I want to use Boon of Reimagining on? Probably Keeper. I like Nature's Resilience. I like Boon of Growing Power. I've got good cards. Carapace Land is free, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I might forget Nature's Resilience, because I've got other ways to remove Blight. Or maybe I'll forget Boon of Growing Power. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that instead. Having more ways to control Blight's pretty good, so I'll forget Boon of Growing Power. My unique. As good as it is. And now I draw 6 power cards and gain 2. And also gain an energy. So I've got some good ones. Favor of the Sun and Starlit Dark pushes Blight, defends 4, and does Fear. It's got great elements. Dark Entangled Woods, Fear, defend 3 is not that much. Sky Stretches to Shore is excellent. And they use slow powers if it were fast or vice versa, and gain +3 range for targeting coasts. Doesn't help for the wetlands, but that's okay. Rites of Lands Rejections, not that useful. Terror Turns to Madness, probably not that useful either. Treacherous Waterways adds Wildness, which I like, or pushes Explorers. So I think I like Sky Stretches to Shore. It's nice versatility, being able to use a slow power fast. Probably not Dark Entangled Woods. I kind of am leaning towards one of these 3. 2 of these 3, I should say. So Treacherous Waterways, Sky Stretches to Shore, or Favor of the Sun and Starlit Dark. Alright, and I'm back. So I apologize, my recording got cut off there, so hopefully not too much was missed. I'll stitch stuff together, but just to give a quick summary of where I'm at, I just finished up the Explore phase of this turn, after dealing with some of these threats to the wetlands. Wetlands are getting hammered right now, but I think I've controlled them okay. And now I am ready to move on to the slow powers. So I've got a bunch of slow powers here that I'm going to try to do. First, I've got a repeated Twilight Fog Brings Madness. So I can do that twice, which is nice. I think I will use it once. Here. And I'll probably do it over in land C8 as well. Although actually, it would have killed one of those to Han, because one did have 1 damage. So I should have been tracking that damage. That's okay. And pushes 1, which is okay. And let's go into here. I only need the 1 there, so that's fine. Then the other one. So I don't have to worry about C8 next turn at least. I'll throw it up there. I've also got Fire Burns, Water Soothes, so I'm going to remove a Blight. I'm going to remove that over here in C6, just because it's easier for Keeper to deal with C1. I can let that keep going. Then I have gather the Scattered Light of Stars, but I've also got Sidereal Guidance, so I can gather up to 3 Explorers. And you know what? I can just make a big old stack somewhere. Let's see. 5 is gonna Ravage anyway. Let's go there. There. And I'll figure out what to do with those 2 Explorers next, but so maybe I don't use Twilight Fog Brings Madness there, and I defend it next turn instead. It's probably better. Let's take that off. Means that Dahan doesn't die, which is great, and I can throw this somewhere else instead. Okay, cool. I think that's fine. Well, actually, I don't need to repeat Twilight Fog Brings Madness. Well, I already decided to do that, so that's okay. Okay. Yeah, so Keeper. What does Keeper have? Keeper has Spreading Wilds. I've got a bunch of stuff, so how much sun do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 sun. So I can push 2 Explorers from somewhere. Let's push them out here. I can deal with that. Push them into land 5. Alright, didn't push all of them out, so I don't get to add a wilds, but I think that's okay. Then I have Punish Those Who Trespass, so I have the highest level. I can do 2 damage plus 1 damage per sun plant pair that I have, which is 3, so 5 damage total with Punish Those Who Trespass. I can only do it in 1 land, unfortunately, but means I can do it right here. Do 3 damage. 2 damage. Push that guy over yonder. Okay. So that's that. Gather the Scattered Light of Stars. I'm gonna forget. maybe just forget gather the scattered light of stars so I can reclaim 5. Piece of the nighttime sky is probably going to come in handy. So yeah, I'm just going to forget gather the scattered light of stars so I can reclaim 5 and start discarding my cards. Alright, lots of stuff going on right now. Okay. So which 5 do I want to reclaim? Probably Disorienting Landscape's pretty good. It lets me get a wilds over into land 3 and push that explorer out, which is great. Yeah, I like that. I want to reclaim Disorienting Landscape. I think I want to reclaim Shape the Self Anew. Probably Boon of Reimagining. No, actually, it might have been better to forget Boon of Reimagining instead of gather the Scattered Light of Stars. I don't need that many minors anymore. That way I can use Gather the Scattered Light of Stars to reclaim again next turn. So that was 3. I also want Piece of the Nighttime Sky, I think. And either Elemental Boon or Gift of Power. I think Elemental Boon's better. Let's take that. Okay. So I've got my reclaims done. Going back to growth. Reset these. And figure out what I want to do. I want to move towards the other +1 card play option where one of my powers can be fast, because that's pretty good. So let's work towards that. So I'm going to gain a presence from bottom. Set up another Sacred Site there. Gets me 1 energy. I want to do another card play this turn. So I have 4. And I think gain an energy. So I gain 1 from that and 1 from presence. I don't need the reclaim 1, I don't think. And I've got 4 card plays. So let's do Gather the Scattered Light of Stars again. I want to Shape the Self Anew. I do want to do Disorienting Landscape. Elemental Boon, for sure. And do I need Piece of the Nighttime Sky? I don't think so. I guess I could have held off on that and maybe taken Gift of Power instead. And I'll save Piece of the Nighttime Sky for next turn. So let's do that. This board's not looking bad, but I feel like I haven't made a lot of progress towards the win condition, so we'll see what happens here. So that's that. I'll be able to gain a power card. I'll be able to do a bunch of things, actually. Okay, cool. So let's go. I'm going to reclaim with Keeper. Add a presence. Got a lot of wilds out there now, so that's good. I think over here, so I can figure out what to do with that land 6. I should be able to deal with it. Okay. So that's good. I get an energy, and then 5 from presence track. Okay, and yeah, I think I'm in good shape. I think it's time for a Towering Wrath. Don't need to play it fast, so that's good. I think I do want Gift of Nature's Connection. Doing a lot of damage over there in 6, so I want to deal with that. So let's go with a Sacrosanct Wilderness. Probably some more treacherous waterways. I do like that. Regrow from roots. Do I need to do that this turn? I don't think so. I don't have a good target for it, actually. Unless I let land 7 blight, but I don't want to. So yeah, let's go with treacherous waterways. And probably Gift of Twin Days again. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be really strong this turn. Figure out a better solution for where to put all these things. But for now, that is okay. And I think I'm all set. I've got a lot of elements that are being slung around here, so I think I'm good to go. So let's get into fast powers. I'm gonna go with Gift of Twin Days, so each of these spirits gets to play its lowest cost power twice, which is good. Yeah, that's fine. Gift of Nature's Connections, gonna send some elements over to Starlight Seeks Its Form. Elemental Boon's gonna do the same the other way. So let's do Elemental Boon first, actually, and figure out the best elements to get over there. Oh, I need some defense over in land 5. I forgot about that one. It's doing 6 damage, so I can do a Carapace land there. And that'll be okay. Okay, cool. Although I've got potentially defend 5 from that one. Oof, so many options here. All these minors I'm slinging around, it is a lot to do. Okay, let's figure it out. So I think that's right. Maybe I don't even need Gift of Twin Days. I can do something like Guardian Serpents instead and just get even more blight, or even more stuff. Treacherous Waterways. Yeah. Let's do Treacherous Waterways. Okay. So now I'm good for fast powers. Let's figure out which elements I'm sending over. I think I want an extra sun over onto Keeper of the Forbidden Wilds. I think I also want a plant, because then it's going to send a plant back over this way. It gives Keeper 4 plants, which is very good. And for the other one, it doesn't matter too much. Plant sun, yeah, I think I'm in pretty good shape element-wise. Let's see, I've got 4 sun now, or I've got 3 sun, but I can get to 4 with Gift of Nature's Connection. So it's really just what Starlight Seeks Its Form needs, and with Gift of Nature's Connection I could potentially just get any of these innate powers, really. So which one sounds good? That Defend 5's not bad, but I'm dealing with that with Carapace land, so I don't have to worry about it too much. 1 damage per Dahan's okay. I won't be able to get Stars Blaze in the daylight sky, unfortunately, because I don't have a sun on any of my cards. So fire, maybe? That might be good. Fear, damage. Yeah, let's let's do that. I don't need the defense. I would like the extra card. So yeah, let's go with fire. And then with Gift of Nature's Connection, it's going to send fire over to Starlight. So Starlight gets 2 fire. So now Starlight has 3 fire. Also has 3 plants and 3 water. So I'm hitting a lot of these innates. 3 moon. Getting a lot of things. Okay. So getting those elements. Keeper is also going to get a second sun just from giving Gift of Nature's Connection. Treacherous Waterways, I'm going to use to, I think, let me do Disorienting Landscape first. It's going to push this Explorer out into land 2. Add a wilds there. Treacherous Waterways, I'm going to add a wilds. Let's do it here. And then Sacrosanct Wilderness, I'm going to target land 6, doing 2 damage. Kills one of these explorers and pushes the other one into land 7 for a fear. Carapace Land, it's going to defend 6 over here in land C5. And that's all my fast powers. So let's go to an event. We've got new species spread. Let's see. New plants and animals brought by the invaders damage the local ecology. You may let the invasive species bloom. For each board, discard the top minor power. If it is fast, add 1 blight to a land with towns and cities. After resolving this card, return it to the event deck under the top 2 cards. Or transmute the worst of the species, cost is 4 energy per player, aided by Moon, which I have a decent amount of. And that is, on each board, add 1 beast to a land with towns and cities. So I think I want to do that. I'm gonna do that. I have 3 Moon out right now, so that is reduces the cost to 5. Really? I only have 3 Moon. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay, I guess. I don't have an infinite amount of energy. These are in discard. So I think maybe I'll just forget Gift of Twin Days. It's pretty good, though. Maybe I'll forget Guardian Serpents instead. Defend 4. It's not bad, but I can do better. So now I only have to pay 1. I'll just do it from Keeper. One fear per player gets me to another fear card. 1 more fear card, and I do see a fear bomb, so I do need to be careful about that. And add 1 beast to a board or to a land with towns and cities. Okay. Let's go here. New diseases on half the boards, rounding up. Add 1 disease to a land with both Dahan and invaders. Do 2 damage to Dahan there. And then Offerings of Pattern and Dance. Each spirit with at least 2 Dahan among its lands gains 1 energy. That's nice for Starlight. 2 fear cards, just terror level 1 though. So I've got Trade Suffers. Each player or invaders do not build in lands with cities. Don't think that matters. And then Explorers, or actually it does in land 7. And then Explorers are reluctant during the next normal Explorer. Skip the lowest numbered land matching the invader card on each board. That can be good. Alright, so let's get into the Ravage. So Ravage here loses its Strife. Ravage here adds a blight. Ravage here, they do 6 damage. I'm defending 6, so Han will fight back. Push that guy over there. Over here, nothing. As I move that, I'm going to add a town and an explorer on this board to land with the most just do that in land 7, because I'm about to be doing a lot of damage there, so I think that's okay. I can probably deal with that land okay. Then build in wetlands and jungles. And they do skip builds in lands with cities. So now we'll get town up there. City. And that's it. Exploring sands with the escalation. Escalation is add explorers. Into lands with beasts, divided as evenly as you can. Or you don't have to divide them evenly, but just 2 explorers in lands with beasts. I can defend this next turn. Have the Han do my dirty work for me. And over on that board, let's go. I'll see if I can defend this one. Okay. That's that. So now I go into the slow power phase. So I've got Towering Wrath. Towering Wrath's going to hit this land here, doing 6 damage and 2 fear. So I'm going to destroy the city for 2 more fear. That's 3 of that damage. Then I will destroy the 3 explorers, killing 2 of them and pushing 1 out for another fear. I feel like I want to get into get 1 more fear card this turn so I can see what that build is, especially since I'm in a decent position. So I'm gonna try to get 2 more fear this turn. This guy pushes somewhere. Let's just throw him into lands. I kind of want to stop this cycle of them not ravaging. So let's go into. I don't love that. Let's just go into there. Okay, that's actually okay. Then I have Punish Those Who Trespass. I have a lot of elements. I can divide this power among between target lands and one of my other lands. So let's do that. How much damage am I doing? I'm doing 2 plus, I think I have 4 pairs, so 6 damage I can do. So let's do 2 here. And 4 here. Oh, and I should have skipped the lowest numbered land matching the invader card on each board for the explorer. So that would have been the explorer. Okay. Alright. So we're going to have a build in mountains. Okay. Okay. Mountains I think I can deal with. So that's fine. They're a little bit built up, but not too bad. And let's see, one of those explorers would have gotten pushed. Let's push him. A lot of good places to push him, really. Let's do over there. Okay, so now I know what I'm dealing with. I know that first Fear Bomb cleared out those lands, so that's okay. Okay, board's still looking okay. I feel like I'm in decent control. I've also got Spreading Wilds. I've got 4, so I can push 2 explorers from somewhere. See, I can do the damage there, so that's no problem. Sacrosanct Wilderness, unfortunately, does need a healthy land. Defend that one, so that's not a problem. So I'm between e5 or c3. I can push 2 explorers out from one of those. Probably just c3. Problem is that all of the land types are revealed right now, so there's not a great place to push these guys. Let's see, that'll be easier to defend. I think I want to push into e2. Yeah. I've got places to grow out next turn, so that's okay. Then with this guy, I'm going to do Fire Burns, Water Soothes. I had a couple options. I think I want to use that in e2 actually, so I can deal with that next turn. So remove that Blight, do 1 fear, 2 damage. I'll do 2 damage to Explorers. Yeah, that should be fine. Then I have Gift of Power. Let's go ahead and throw that onto Starlight. So Starlight gains a minor. I've got Dire Metamorphosis, lots of elements. Cycles of Time and Tide is nice. Removes Blight. I love that. It's got Sun as well. Sun's going to be nice for Stars Blaze in the daytime sky. Call to Bloodshed. And Voracious Growth also removes Blight. I think I like Cycles of Time and Tide here. Let's take that. I'm going to see half the minor deck this game, I think, between 2 spirits. Then I have Gather the Scattered Light of Stars. This time I will discard itself, so I can reclaim 5. I have Sidereal Guidance as well, so I had 3 moons, so that's going to be Gather up to 3 Explorers. So I guess I could stop. Stop a build, stop a ravage. I've got a couple options. I think I'll pull those guys in there. That way, that can be the land that I let ravage, and I'll be able to remove the Blight. So yeah, that's okay. All right, cool. So that's that. I get to reclaim 5, so I think I'll get these 3 again. Maybe Peace of the Nighttime Sky I do need, and Twilight Fog brings Madness. I'm going to need to get a reclaim cards option here pretty soon. That might be more important. I might have messed up trying to unlock this one first. I think maybe I need the reclaim cards option first. So that's okay. Discard all my cards, and then I'll be going back to growth. Oof. Alright, so growth options. Let's see, do I want to reclaim on Keeper? I don't think so. I've got some defense, so I don't need to. I've got to reclaim 1. Really, Keeper's Reclaim's not bad anyway. It gives you energy, so it's just a matter of whether I want another card, really. I do want to do go 3 for sure. Did I think I gave myself the energy instead of actually discarding it. So let's get one back. And a presence to away with my presence or wilds. Go in there. I get to reclaim one this turn, so I don't think that I need to do my reclaim because I've got 4 cards in hand still. Could do a double growth and unlock 7 energy per turn. It's probably worth it. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna gain a major, I think. It's probably about time. But I don't have a lot of energy, really, because all of these cards cost 1. Let's go for it. Let's see if I get a good one. So everything costs 4, but that's probably fine. I've got the Land Thrash's in Furious Pain. Not great. I don't have a lot of blight on the board. I'm gonna keep removing more. Terrifying Nightmares is not bad. Pushes stuff. Does fear. It's okay. Sweep into the sea. Push all explorers and towns 1 land towards the nearest ocean, or if target land is coastal, destroy all explorers and towns. That one actually could be pretty fun. And repeat on an adjacent land, which I should be able to threshold very easily. That's probably the play. Unlock the deep gates of the deepest power is very fun, but I think the play is Sweep into the Sea here. I can already see a perfect opportunity for it this turn. So I'm going with that. I will forget from discard. It's tough to choose now, though. I think I'll forget Treacherous Waterways. I've got enough blight on the board. I mean, it's really good. So, adding blight in the fast pace especially is very nice. Gift of Nature's Connection, also super helpful. I need that Sacrosanct Wilderness. Oh, I don't need it. Towering Wrath is great. So yeah, of all these, I think Treacherous Waterways is the one I'm going to forget, even though it's a great card. Great card for Keeper as well. I'm going to add from top. Just add to a land without blight. Let's, I guess, start moving even closer to the other board. We'll get over there. I get to reclaim 1, and I'm gaining 7 energy. I'm going to get a Thresholded Sweep into the Sea this turn. I would like to get a card that costs 0. I do have Defend, but not a lot. So probably Gift of Nature's Connection. I might need Carapace Land, though, to defend E8 or E5. Probably can do it. Let's see how much I'm going to need Gift of Nature's Connection. But I'm going to reclaim one of these 2. Just got to do my Starlight stuff first before I figure out which one. So with Starlight, I definitely want to add a presence. I want to get more stuff on the board, so let's do that. I'm going to work towards my reclaim cards because I'm going to need that next turn. Messed up a little bit, but that's alright. I'll just throw this guy here. Do I want the +1 card play this turn? Probably. I'm going to be playing Peace in the Nighttime Sky, so I can skip the Ravages in C1 and C6. Let the Ravage go through in C2, because that'll be totally fine. Although really I'm sweeping into the sea, so that might be just good everywhere. And skip something else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's a lot that's gonna happen this turn. Okay. Yeah. So let's go for see if I can get Stars Blaze in the Nighttime Sky as well. I want to be able to remove Blight this turn, but that should be pretty easy. Yeah, I've got Cycles of Time and Tide, that's fine. So I need an extra card play this turn? Probably. It wouldn't hurt. Gift of Power, Elemental Boon. I don't think I need it, actually, weirdly enough. So I might be able to reclaim one and get Shape the Self Anew back and play that. I have one more action, so I could get the extra card play this turn. And then I would get the 4 moons, so I'd be able to gain a major with Shape the Self Anew, which would be pretty good. I think I like that option. So yeah, let's go for the extra card play. This turn lets me move a presence. I'll throw this guy over yonder. And all my cards have moons, so I just play one of my moon cards. Probably... I mean, Elemental Boon, Twilight Fog brings Madness, gets me to Sun. Elemental Boon is going to make it easier for Keeper to hit Threshold on punish those who trespass, though, so I think I'll probably go with that. It'll need to be a Moon, and then some other stuff. Moon, Fire. Yeah, Moonfire, something else. Okay, cool. So I think that's the play. Get 1 energy and pay for these. And then figure out which of these I'm taking. Let's see, I'm not going to get defense, so I will need Carapace Land. Unless I do Gift of Nature's Connection and get an Earth. Weird, funky things with Elemental Boon and Gift of Nature's Connection, just throwing stuff back and forth. It'll be safer to do Carapace Land, though, I think. So, taking that. Alright, so let's go with Carapace Land. Sky stretches to shore. Sweep into the sea. Wait for these as I play them. Gift of Twin Days. And 1 more card play, so it's going to be Nature's Resistance. It means I won't get to remove a Blight with Keeper, but that is fine. Okay, that's fine. Keeper's board is almost clear. Keeper is very, very good against this adversary. This is level 6 Russia, so I don't know. Okay, so that's that. This board is going to be even clearer after the end of this turn. Guess I could have done Disorienting Landscape. I mean, C8, I can just stop. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm good for my fast powers. So let's go with Starlight first. Cycles of Time and Tide. I'm going to remove this plate. Then Piece of the Nighttime Sky. I'm going to skip the Ravage here in C8. Then I've got Elemental Boon, so that's going to give some elements over to Keeper. Definitely needs a Fire. And a Moon. And how much Sun Plant do I have? 3 and 3, so I can get 4 and 4 with this instead. So I think, yeah, I think that's okay. Yep, that's good. Alright, now Sky Stretches to Shore. I'm going to use on Keeper, so it can use a slow power fast. It's going to use Sweep into Sea fast. Sweep all of these guys over here into land C1, and then it is going to repeat on an adjacent land because I have the threshold. And target land is coastal, so it's going to destroy all explorers and towns. So that's going to be all of these guys. except for one, which gets pushed into C2 for a fear in both towns. 2 more fear. Suddenly this board's looking a lot clearer. So I'm going to defend 6 with Carapace Land up there. Defend 6 with Nature's Resilience over here. Gift of Twin Days. Once per turn, target spirit may repeat the lowest cost card they have in play, and I may do likewise. Well, the lowest cost card that I have in play is Carapace Land. So actually, instead of Nature's Resilience, I could have played Regrow from Roots. Except I don't actually have anywhere to remove that blight, so yeah, I don't even need to. So that's fine. So I'll replay Carapace Land and defend 12 there, just in case something dumb happens. Well, I have water, so I could use Nature's Resilience to remove a blight, which I will do. So I'll repeat Carapace Land here, so that is still defended 6. Nature's Resilience I'm going to use to remove a blight, and remove this one from C7. So now there is almost no blight on the board, and I'm in really good shape. This is a good combination of spirits. I'm getting a nice array of minor powers, and I'm doing well. I don't have any of the fast powers from Starlight. Air moves, Earth endures. Nope. So the rest of my powers are going to be slow. I guess I have to decide with a repeat that I'm going to do with Gift of Twin Days. I do have to pay its cost again, but that's probably fine. I don't have 2 fire over on Keeper, so I'm going to repeat Elemental Boon. Gain fire. Now let's see, if I had redone this a little bit differently for the first one, I might be able to hit another threshold. No, I don't think I can. That's okay. So I'll just throw another plant and another sun over here. Okay, cool. So that'll be good. So that's repeated Elemental Boon. Now I'm all set. I'm ready for an event. I can take whatever they can throw at me, I think. So Thriving Trade. On each board, add 1 city to a coastal land with a city. Sure, that's fine. Put that into there, because it's going to ravage anyway. And here is the only one. Okay, that's fine. Then Pestilence arrives on Canvas Sails. On each board, add 1 disease to the coastal land with the most towns and cities, and in that land, 3 damage to Dahan. Here and here. And then Clever Cooperation. Each spirit may push one of their presence from a land with Dahan. 2 damage, and the land pushed 2. Okay. Sure. Where do I want to do that? Let's do that one. In there. 2 damage here. And that gets pushed out. So it stops that ravage. And then I only have to worry about the 1. Okay. And each spirit may do it. Sure, do this one too. 1 more fear gets me another fear card. I'm still a fear card away from Terra level 2. It's going slow fear-wise, but I think that's alright. So that was that. Thriving Trade. Now I get 2 fear cards. Belief Takes Root. Defend 2 in all lands with presence. Sure. And Panic. Each player may add 1 strife and land with yeah, those things. Tokens. Beast Disease or Dahan. Okay. Cool. No, that's already skipped, so that's fine. Okay. Now we go to the invader phase. So they will ravage in jungles and wetlands. So skipped. Successful ravage over here in C1. This one's defended 6, and they're only doing 4 damage. So we'll fight back. Kill that guy. And here. Nothing there. This one's defended 6. Dawn will fight back again. Push that guy out into here for fear. Now, I didn't kill or didn't let any light go through on Keeper's board, so they do get the level 6 effect, which will be adding a town and explorer into a land with the most stuff. I'll do it there. It's fine. Alright. Then build in sands and mountains. And I was able to clear some out before that build, so it worked out okay. Mountains and jungles, okay. That's an issue. Okay, cool. That's done. So I go into my slow powers. So I've got a couple here. I've got Sidereal Guidance. I've got three moon. I've got 4 actually, so I can gather up to 3 explorers somewhere. Let's see. Where do I want to do that? Okay, I'll stack up somewhere. Can repeat my sweep into the sea thing as well. Which might be okay, yeah. So let's gather these guys in here. Yeah, I think that's okay. That's with Sidereal Guidance. With Spreading Wilds, let's go ahead and spread some wilds. Can go pretty much anywhere, which is nice. I think I'll go in here. I've punished those who trespass, the highest level, and I've got, I think, 5, yep, 5 sun plant pairs. Wait, is that right? I've got 5? I do have 5, wow. So that's going to be 7 damage with punish those who trespass. Okay. Well, yeah, that's right. So let's do that here. I'll do 3 to that city. And I think I'm going to sweep that into the sea. So that I don't have to worry about it. So where do I want to go next? Probably 3 more damage just to the city. Kill that. And I've got 1 more damage. Do that here. pushes me into Terra level 3, and I want to win soon so that I don't have to worry about the extra fear bomb. I do have 2 more fear cards before I get there, so fortunately I'm in a pretty good position to do this. Just got a bunch of cities over on Starlight's board, but let's see if I get something that can take care of them. So I'm going to shape this elf anew. I've got 4 moons. I'm going to forget this to gain 3 energy and gain a major power. My choices are Manifest Incarnations, very good. Transform to Murderous Darkness. It's got a lot of good elements, and actually I've got a decent amount of Sacred Sites, so that's okay. Volcanic Eruption is nice. Angry Bears, okay. I do like Manifest Incarnation. Problem is that the Explorers do a lot of damage, so I kind of need to get the threshold, but I should be able to. So that would deal with 1 city. It's a lot of fear, though. I don't know that I want fear. So transform to a Murderous Darkness weirdly might be better. Target spirit may choose one of their sacred sites. In that land, replace each of their presence with Badlands. The replaced presence leaves the game. Push any number of them with Badlands. 3 fear and 3 damage per presence replaced. Which will actually let me deal with a couple cities, I think. And I should be able to threshold it. So I don't usually get transformed to Murderous Darkness, but I think this is a game where that's actually better than any of these others here. Angry Bears, also not too bad. I'd be able to kill a city with that. Problem is they're going to build 2 cities in land number, or build a city in land number 7. Okay. It's not really enough damage. I'm going to go transform to a Murderous Darkness and see if I can make that work. Not usually my option, but that's what I'm going to do. And then the card that I forgot was the card that let me get that. I think that's how it works. So I've done Sidereal Guidance. I haven't done Fire Burns, Water Soothes yet, so I can remove a Blight somewhere. Let's do it from here. And yeah, I think that's all my slow powers, so I'm going to discard cards. And then go back to growth. And let's see, these were... No, I had these in hand, I think. What was my hand? Well, I'm unlocking Reclaim anyway, so it's fine. Okay, so these are getting discarded. Those are going away. Okay. I think I did both growth options last turn with Keeper, but now I can't remember. That's okay. I'm resetting. I'm at the end of the turn. It's the end of a long day, so if I'm making mistakes, I apologize. I feel like usually my mistakes benefit me. This game they may not do. So that's alright. And I'm reclaiming the Keeper anyway. Getting an energy. So that I can do that same combo again and completely clean up Keeper's board, which is awesome. So yeah, let's do that. The other growth option, I guess I'll grow growth 3. Get an energy, I'll add a presence over into and 2 get 8 energy. I'm definitely going sweeping of the sea. And sky stretches to shore. It's a nice combo. Gift of Twin Days will let me repeat sky stretches to shore, so I can do that on Starlight and get a fast power, which is not bad. Let's see, I don't know that I need Towering Wrath. Maybe. Don't know how I'm going to deal with the city over in Land 7 yet. So instead of my presence there, no, I do have to put it there, actually. Okay, that's alright. I'll figure it out. Push up to 3 to Han. Okay, well, I'll see what can happen. Probably doing Gift of Nature's Connection. The elements are going to be really nice. Don't know that I need defense. Probably in C2 at least, so I'll go Carapace Land. But unfortunately, if I do that, I won't be able to repeat Sky Stretches to Shore. I think that's fine, though. So let's go Towering Wrath. I think I can make that work to try to win this turn. We'll see. Okay. So that's that. That's Keeper. Keeper is fully unlocked at this point. It's incredibly strong. With Starlight, I think I want an extra card play this turn. I'm going to move a presence with that. Let's move into C1. Gonna add a presence. Get one. And I'm gonna unlock the reclaim cards option, and then I'm gonna reclaim cards. And I get 1 energy for presence. I also get an element. I think I need a fire. Do I? Actually, I'm pretty good. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's go with a fire. Okay, cool. I think I am set. Let's go with Transform to Murderous Darkness. That's 6. I want disorienting landscape. It's going to make it so I can hit the threshold on transform to a murderous darkness easier. Don't have a lot of energy, unfortunately, with Starlight anymore. Spending it all on this major, so hopefully it works. Piece of the Nighttime Sky. Oh, I could let that Ravage go through. I think I will. Just so I have fewer builds coming through. Let's do Twilight Fog Brings Madness. And probably Gift of Power, just so I can save an energy. Do I need the elements over here? I don't think so. No, I've got enough to punish those who trespass, even without getting extra elemental support. This will give me Earth. Yeah, let's go for that. Means instead of fire, I could get something else. I'll stick with fire. Okay. So that's that. Let's go into my fast powers. So first I'm going to use Sky Stretches to Shore over on Keeper. So it can use a slow power fast. It's going to sweep into the sea again. Sweep all these guys. Actually kill them all. So that's one fear. This guy gets pushed for another fear. And then it gets repeated over on this land for 2 more fear. And I'll push that into I don't love that. No, that's okay. Yeah, I can push it there. Disorienting landscape. Where do I need to play that? Could do it in land C7 just as insurance, just in case I need an extra wilds there to kill those cities that get added. Yeah, I think that's still alright. I can deal with that town if it gets added. Okay. And then I don't have to worry about defending this land. So that's okay. Although actually I kinda want a Blight to go through. Yeah, let's just do it here. That way I don't have to worry about the Russia 6 effect on board E. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. So I'll push that guy back there. Done with fear. I've got Gift of Nature's Connections. So that's going to send some elements over here to Starlight. It's also going to send a fire back to Keeper. So that Keeper has its full punish those who trespass. And I think I'll send... See, I don't need fire. I think I'll send 2 earth over here to Starlight, seeks its form. So I can hit the Earthenate. Now I kind of want to stack stuff up, so I'm going to use Air Moves Earth Endures to push this town over here into C7. I'm just going to make it a little bit easier to deal with next turn. Then I've got Disorienting Landscape, which I will use here in C7. Push that Explorer. Adds a wilds there. Transform into Murderous Darkness is slow, as are the rest of my powers. Carapace Land is going to defend 10, or defend 6, right in here. And everything else is slow, so I'm good. Let's go to an event. I've got Fortune Seekers. The next Explore card matches all lands without towns and cities, instead of the printed land type. Ignore any escalations on it. Well, that's good, because there is an escalation. Grim Toll, on each board choose a land with disease, and that land 2 damage to invaders and 2 damage to Dahan. Okay, cool. Well, stop this from ravaging, which is probably good actually. Then tell the old stories. Each spirit with at least 2 Dahan among its lands either reclaims 1 unique power or reclaims 1 power card or regains a unique power that it previously forgot. I usually don't get that benefit, but each of these spirits has forgotten power cards. So let's reclaim Shape the Self anew, or regain, and Boon of Growing Power. That's pretty good. Actually, no, I don't have 2 Dahan among Keeper's lands, so I don't get Boon of Growing Power with them. That's okay. Okay, keep this down here. Get 1 Fear card, Terror level 2. Each player chooses a different coastal land, and each gather up to 1 Dahan, and then 2 damage per Dahan. Okay, let's see. 1 damage per Dahan, excuse me. So. That one. So I do 1 damage there. Probably better to do the 1 damage to the city. Yeah. And you'll see why when I use Transform to a Murderous Darkness. And then I'll do it here too, I guess. Do 1 damage. Okay. Ravage and Sands and Mountains. So they will ravage here. That's fine. It's the only one on board E. Over on board C, now this land's defended 6. So this will lose its strife. Dahan will fight, killing 2 of these guys. One of which instead gets pushed over into C1. This one will ravage. That's fine. Successful ravage, and that's it. Next, I get Build in Mountains and Jungles. So use that. Let's see. Here. There. And that's it. And then the Explore card matches all lands without towns and cities instead of coastal. Which is a little annoying, actually, but fortunately here on this board the only adjacencies are coastal, so I can just remove that. And here. Okay. And I think I'm good. I think I'm going to win this in the fast phase next turn. I don't think I have it here in the slow phase, but that's okay. So first up, I'm going to use Transform to a Murderous Darkness. I'm going to use that on this land. So in that Sacred Site, I'm going to replace each of my presents with Badlands. These actually get removed from the game. I can push any number of those Badlands. So I'll push this one here. That one I'll just keep. And then I do 3 Fear. And 3 damage per presence replaced. So I'm going to do 6 damage here. 7. So that's 5, 6, 7. Push that one there. So that's 5 Fear. And then I also have the Threshold. So 3 Moon, 2 Fire, 2 Air. So I can do 1 damage in an adjacent land twice. So I'll do 1 damage here. With the Badlands, that's enough to kill that city, which only had 2 health. That does proc the second Fear Bomb, but fortunately I don't think that it's going to matter. I think I'm going to win before that. And then I can do 1 damage in adjacent land again, so let's do it. Do it here again. Okay, cool. So there are only a couple of things left on this board that I need to clear up, really. So let's do it. So that was transformed to a Murderous Darkness. Let's go ahead and do Towering Wrath. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a great Towering Wrath, but I can kill a town at least. So I can do a town there. That's 3 fear. So I've got 3 towns, 2 cities left to kill before they build again. And the builds, it's actually not going to build that much, so it's not too bad. I can probably survive it, but it'll be good to just try to finish it off. So I've also got Punish Those Who Trespass and Spreading Wilds. Spreading Wilds, I can't target a Blighted Land, so I'm going to use Fire Burns and Water Soothes on this land. Doing 2 damage, 1 fear, and removing that blight. Then, and that's because I have, wait, do I have 3 fire? Oh, I decided to get earth instead. Why did I do that? So I actually can't do that. I can still remove the blight. I just can't remove the town. I should have done that. But because I removed the blight, I can do Spreading Wilds there. I can do, let's see how much I can move. Well, just one of those guys, I guess. It's fine. Wilds. Okay, so that's 2 wilds. So that's going to be a good amount of damage next turn. Then I've got Punish Those Who Trespass. I've got a ton of damage here from this. It's enough to do the 4 damage in my 1 land that has stuff. It's 2 fear. I'll throw that guy into the coast. Okay. I have Twilight Fogbrand's Madness. Let's just add a strife under one of those cities. Just in case I get something that, in case I can't kill them and I get a fear card that reduces their health per strife, that'll be pretty helpful. Target spirit gains a minor. I have Sidereal Guidance as well, so I can gather a bunch of explorers. May as well just gather them all until land 7, I guess. So let's do that. And then I can do Wood Seeks Growth, so I can have somebody gain a power card. So let's do Gift of Power over on Starlight. Gain a minor. Mesmerize Tranquility is an excellent card. Isolate, minus damage. Poison Dew, Call to Migrate, or Razor Sharp Undergrowth. None of them do just damage. So I'll probably go with Mesmerize Tranquility. Yeah, that's fine. So I can isolate, do minus damage just in case I need it, but I probably won't. Then I'm gonna do gain a power card. I'm gonna gain a major with Starlight, just to see if it's something good. So I've got Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm. That's some damage. That's not bad. That might let me kill those 2 cities. Let's see. Each deals 1 fear, 2 damage. Yeah, that'll do it. So I can get Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm. I'll just forget Transform to a Murderous Darkness. I can discard cards. And then go back to Growth. And yeah, I should be all set to win this game right now. Just kill those 2 cities, and well, there are a couple towns there as well, so I just got to do a bunch of damage in that land. But I should have enough here. So let's go with Cycles of Time and Tide, just so I can, well, let me do it all proper like. Send those things back. I've only got 1 energy though, so it's going to be actually tough to afford Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm. I'm going to have to add a presence so I can unlock 2 energy per turn. So in there. I have to gain an energy. And I'll reclaim a power card just so I can get something for free. Let's reclaim Twilight Fog Brings Madness, Gift of Power. I'll just reclaim Gift of Power. Play Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm with the 1 energy and the 2. So that's all my energy. I've only got 2 card plays, so let's go with Mesmerized Tranquility and Gift of Power. I'm going to be doing, let's see, add 2, gather 2, each beast, so there will be 5 beasts in that land. It'll do 10 damage, and I think that's just enough to win that game. So let's see what I can clean up with Keeper. Just reset here, gain a presence, just to unlock it all, may as well. I'll go right there. Reclaim something with water. Reclaiming Sky Stretches to Shore. So I'll play, doesn't even matter what I choose, I'll just reclaim both so I get all my energy back. It doesn't really matter what happens anymore. So go Gift of Twin Days, Sacrosanct Wilderness, and Nature's Resilience. That all costs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll pay for that. And good for fast powers, which should win me the game right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do Sky Stretches to Shore over onto Starlight. It'll be able to use a slow power fast. So let's remove some Blight. Remove that one. With Wood Seeks Growth, Human Seek Freedom. Or, excuse me, with Fire Burns Water Soothes. It's getting late. I'll also use Nature's Resilience over here to remove this blight. Right now I have no blight on the board. This is, again, level 6 adversary. Keeper is exceptionally good against them. You can see that right away. I'll do 4 damage with Sacrosanct Wilderness over here, which kills those 2 towns. And then Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm in this land. Gathers 2 beasts. Then it's 1 fear per beast, which is going to be 5 fear. Two damage to invaders per beast again, so 10 damage. And I could have isolated that land, actually, so it would kill that explorer, so completely clean it up. And I think that that is the end of the game. Would add a blight there. And I guess I can repeat my... Well, no, it would end right away, because there's no buildings left on the board. So that was my first win against the Tsardom of Russia, level 6. Keeper is very, very, very strong against them. So yeah, I can see why. Keeper definitely carried this game, although Starlight held its own. Starlight's not bad against them either. I think they did pretty well. Not as well as Keeper though. Keeper had its own board cleared and then was helping out on Starlight's without any issues. Alright, I'm back. This was a 77-point game, which is quite a bit. Yeah, this was a fun one. Russia is definitely a tricky puzzle. Russia 6, interesting effect. I enjoyed this a lot. I'm going to play Russia 6 more for sure with other spirits. I think this particular pairing was extremely strong. Keeper just rolls Russia. Keeper strong in general. I've only got one level 6 adversary left with Keeper, and that's Scotland, beating all the others at level 6, so they are very strong, and very, very strong into this particular matchup, I think. Starlight also good. Really, anytime you can remove Blight, I think that's an extremely good effect against Russia, so that helped out quite a bit, and yeah, otherwise that's really all I have to say about this one. That was a fun game. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I'm not sure what I ended up clocking at, but I know some of it did get lost in the middle, so hopefully it wasn't too bad. But I'll go ahead and cut it all together and see how it looks. But as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next week. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Belated Christmas.